Hey, Einstein, where's the dot, boy? Huh?
Creatives, how are you? Welcome back to the Nerd Creative channel, Build the Back to the Future DeLorean, Part 9. In this video, we will be completing issue 35 of the build. Grab yourself a coffee, sit back, relax and enjoy. As always, the build comes with a magazine and components. Let's put the components aside for now. Another really good graphic there. And here, of the back of the model, not the film car, this model. So it shows you the components in this section. We've got two big components here, and we've got some screws as well. The step-by-step instructions, a new look for Hill Valley. This is relating to Back to the Future 2 of 2015, which is it's a second favourite of the films for me. There we go, Texaco. And there's a poster of Michael J. Fox from Back to the Future 2 in the kind of futuristic version of his clothes that he wore in 1985. That would be the body warmer. This would be the shirt. He still wears the jeans and the trainers, but he's got modern Nike trainers with power laces. Yes. There's a feature here on Claudia Wells, who was in Back to the Future 1, but I think it's due to she had a family emergency. She couldn't do Back to the Future 2 and 3. So they had to reshoot the end of Back to the Future 1 for Back to the Future 2 with Elizabeth Shue from many things, but I know her from Karate Kid films. I think the first Karate Kid film. She's been in CSI, she's been in The Boys, she's been in quite a lot of things. I think she was in that Invisible Man film, I can't remember. So, and then we've got the a look ahead at issue 36 and the components for that. And on the back cover is the components that come with this build. So, let's put this magazine aside and we'll do our prep work. So we've only got a couple of pieces to add in this build. As you can see, let's just get that open. We've got a couple of wheel arches, I think they're called. There. And then we've got a packet of DM screws, which we will be using in this build. So put this aside. And DM screws, so we've used DM screws before, so we've got a compartment ready for them. Just get them screws in there. There we go. So let's bring the magazine back, because I like to just check. So we have a front left wheel arch, a right front wheel arch, and then our DM screws there. I just like to check that we've got everything. So we've got our screws, we've got our screwdrivers, we've got our components, we're ready to go. So I brought the car back, star of the show, and I've got a wheel arch here and a wheel arch here. One's left, one's right. This one is the right. Yeah. So we need to position them into place with 2 DM screws. Got a couple of DM screws out that came with this part of the build, and these they just sit over here. So that one sits in there. Just line them up. So that sits there. Just line it up there and there. That's where that sits. So we'll get our screwdriver out. I have to stand up for this part. It's very difficult to see. Let's see that sits over there. Let's just position it there. Just drop the screw in there. Just drop the screw in there. There. I'm not going to tighten it all the way in. I just want to get it in place so that I can get this screwed in. There. It sits in there fine. This really is transforming our car. That's in tight. Get this one in tight now. There. That's our wheel arch over the front wheel, and then the same with this one. That's sitting there. So we need to get another couple of DM screws for our left front wheel arch. As again, I'm just going to drop the screw in wherever it goes, which is here. It seems easier to do, and then we will screw it in place. I'm just going to lightly screw that in place so that I can position this side there. Tighten them up. Let's make sure we've got them all tightened. There we have it. We've got our wheel arches on there. Let's have a look, a bit of a side view of that. That's really coming on now. That is really coming on. Starting to take shape as we continue to build on top of the car. So that completes issue 35 of the build. I'd like to thank you for your company. I'll see you in the next video. Stay creative.
Wait a minute, Doc. Are you telling me that you built a time machine out of a DeLorean?